everybody, this is Haley, and I'm gonna show you how I used CodeApp to experience the 2009 North Carolina birth data task. The task analysis recommended looking at the distribution of the proportion of males born, so I'm going to set that up first. We will drag the percent male to the bottom axis, and I am going to overlay this with total births recorded. So as you can see, the counties with the percent of males that are way outside the normal distribution, so like over here close to 60% and down here close to 40%, these are counties that recorded really small birth rates. But we can see towards the middle, near the mean and the median, that's at 51%, these counties right here clustered around the middle tend to have a larger amount of children born and are approaching 51% more regularly. So this is just showing that this introduction to the task kind of alludes to the fact that larger sample sizes tend to approach distribution norms. So next, we wanted to model the births in Hyde County and see how likely it is for people, for 59% of the population to be born male in 1 year. So what we were set up with was this simulation where we were collecting males and females. And when we did that, I set up a histogram to show our comparison. And we can show the percentage here. As you can see, already the males are not at 59%. They're closer to 52%. So that was one sample. We can run another one. And now our percent of males has jumped up to 62%, and our females is 38%. But in order to really experience this repetition, I wanted to set this task up a little differently. So I created this sampler where 0 is representing a female born, and 1 is going to represent a male born. So if I start this sample, you can see that the total number of males born was 20, and that is 48% of the population was born male during that sample. So if I do this a few more times, we're going to watch this distribution kind of approach 51 as we collect more samples, 51% male. I'm going to run a sample of 100, put some more dots, and what I'm showing here is the distribution of the percent of males born. So right here is our 59%, and you see so far we have 2 dots there. I'm going to show my distribution here in the histogram as well. Alright, so we've taken 111 samples of 42 births, and we can see that the mean of those samples is right at 50%, and that our males and females with the total amount of samples is also right at 50%. In the distribution, though, we can see that sometimes, so this time they only got 28% male. And way over here, they got 67% male. So we can see that it's like it can happen. But CodeApp's going really slowly. I want to pull out the standard deviation. And look, you can see that this 59% is outside the standard deviation, so it's not extremely likely, but it can happen. And it happened happened quite a few times in this particular experiment. So it's likely, but it's not extremely likely. I think it's more likely that our distributions are going to be inside this first standard deviation between, looks like 40% and 57%, 58%, something like that. But it's very close to 59%. It could happen, but it's not going to happen every time.